I remember the dust floating in the air like it was scared to land. The way your eyes avoided mine, though your fingers brushed my hand. Your suitcase wasn't heavy, but your silence weighed a ton. Like you packed every goodbye in it before the morning sun. You stood in the doorway like a shadow that wasn't sure to stay. I stood in the kitchen holding words I couldn't make you say. We used to talk in futures, but that night felt like the past. The kind of ending you can recognize long before it comes to pass. I watched your shoulders tremble as you tried to breathe and calm, but love was slipping through your fingers like sand from a broken palm. I didn't ask you why, because I already knew. People don't leave for no reason, they leave when they're already through. And I counted every heartbeat like it could pull you back to me, but time kept moving forward and you kept choosing to leave. You walked away slowly like the world owed you more time, like the truth would hurt less if you stretched out the goodbye. I tried to freeze the moment, but your footsteps pulled the thread, and everything unraveled from the words we left unsaid. You walked away slowly, but the pain hit me fast, and it never stopped since then. The streetlights flickered softly as if they understood the ache. The night turned cold and hollow when the door began to shake. You stepped into the darkness like it welcomed you back home, leaving me behind with all the love you'd outgrown. I whispered stay, but only in my mind. from me. I keep every letter I wrote to you in a drawer beside my bed. Ink smudged from all the nights I cried over the things I never said. Your name sits heavy at the top of every page, like the start of a story that never learned how to age. I talk to you in metaphors because real words made me shake. I wrote you constellations just in case your heart might break. The nights were long, the windows cold, but writing made you near. Every scribble pulled you closer, every sentence made you clear. I told you about my fears, the ones I never said aloud, about how I felt invisible when you disappeared into the crowd. You were always better at leaving than staying through the storm, but I kept writing you warmth even when you froze me to the bone. These are the letters you never read, words too fragile to be said, pages full of love I tried to hide, ink that carried all the parts of me I kept inside. If love was paper, I tore mine apart, trying to fold you back into my heart. I wonder if one day you'll search your pockets for a piece of us, find nothing but a crumpled photo covered in dust. Maybe then you'll realize love isn't something you burn, it's something that haunts you long after it's gone, something that refuses to return. You taught me that silence could scream louder than truth, and that some souls only visit your life, not stay for the proof. I still read the letters sometimes when the nights feel too long, not because I miss you, but because I miss who I was before I loved you wrong. These are the letters you'll never see, pieces of the girl you used to know in me. I carved your name in every line I've led, but some stories live only in the words we leave unread. But some stories live only in the words we leave unread. pretend I've moved on every morning when the sun is bright. But when the world goes quiet, midnight turns on the light. It shows every corner where your shadow likes to hide. Every echo of your voice I buried deep inside. People see the smile I wear, polished and clean, but midnight sees the truth behind what my heart really means. I walk through the rooms like a ghost trapped in my home. Your sweater still hangs by the window like it never learned you're gone. I sleep on the left side of the bed because that's where you used to lay. I tell myself I'm fine, but midnight whispers, no, not today. Midnight doesn't lie. It knows every tear I try to hide. It hears the questions I'm afraid to ask, sees through the smiles I wear like a mask. If daylight heals, the dark brings back the ache. And midnight knows every promise you chose to break. Some nights I try to outrun the memories, walk in circles around the street, begging for peace, but your voice finds me anyway. In the wind, in a song, in everything I can't escape. I wish heartbreak had a switch, something easy to turn off, but midnight keeps reminding me that losing you is a wound time still hasn't washed. Maybe I'm holding on to someone who never held on to me. Maybe the truth is brighter than the love I wanted to see. Midnight tells me gently that healing isn't forgetting, it's learning how to breathe again without pretending. Midnight doesn't lie. It knows your name still lives in my side. Even if daylight makes me say I'm fine, there's a part of me still stuck in the moment you left behind. Midnight doesn't lie, but it keeps me alive. In the honesty I'm too afraid to face, in the daylight. You used to paint tomorrows in the color of your smile, speaking softly of a future where we'd walk down every mile. We planned a little house with a quiet view of spring. You said forever like it was the easiest word to sing. But somewhere in the middle, of the promises you made. Your voice grew hesitant, your touch began to fade. You started talking carefully, like you were scared the truth would spill. You kissed me like a memory, not a promise you meant to feel. Your laughter used to echo like sunlight on my skin, but suddenly it sounded like a song that didn't let me in. I noticed how your eyes avoided mine when I said, "Are you okay?" You nodded out of habit, but your heart had gone away. I tried to rewrite your silence into something brave and sweet, but the pages kept turning to a story you didn't want to keep. Ooh, you love me in past tense, a chapter already spent. You changed the ending while I was still writing the start, leaving fingerprints of hesitation all over my heart. You love me in past tense, and I'm the one left living the consequence. I watched you shrink your world until it didn't include my name. You apologized with glances, but the hurting felt the same. Every time you reached for me, hesitation filled the air. You held me like a memory, not someone you still cared. You whispered, "I'm just tired," but it sounded like goodbye. I learned the language of heartbreak by the shadows in your eyes. Maybe love is fragile when spoken too soon. Maybe we build a sunrise on the edge of a fading moon. If I'd known you were leaving, I'd have held you a little less tight. But you slipped away quietly, like daylight losing night. You loved me in past tense, like a ghost inside a sentence. And now I read our story back and see the signs so clearly. You stopped loving me long before you left me. Today I saw a stranger with a smile that looked like yours, Same soft curve at the corner, same warmth I once adored. For half a heartbeat I forgot you ever walked away. Forgot the nights I cried alone, the words you couldn't say. But then the world snapped back into a painful kind of truth. That smile didn't belong to you, it just borrowed my youth. Sometimes I swear I see you in the shadow of a crowd, in the echo of a laugh, in a voice that sounds too loud. It's not that I want you back, it's just that letting go feels like waking up in a life that doesn't quite feel like home. Every corner of this city holds a memory of our time, and every ghost wearing your smile reminds me you were once mine. I'm haunted, haunted by the ghost wearing your smile that follows me softly, lingers for a while. Your memory feels so vivid, like it refuses to fade. A ghost wearing your smile in every dream I've made. I kept your pictures in a drawer, but the drawer could never hide the way your laughter drifts behind me like a wave against the tide. I try to move forward, but the past moves just as fast, chasing me with echoes of a love that didn't last. Maybe the ghost I'm seeing is just the part of me you took, the part still searching for closure in every stranger's look. If I could lay the memories down gently, if I could breathe without the sting, maybe the ghost would leave me alone. Or maybe it's the only thing that helps me remember didn't mean to hurt me, but you didn't have to try. Every time you pulled away a little, a piece of me died. I tried to be the strong one, the quiet one to save, but loving you was learning how much pain a heart can take. But never gave a single one. I held the weight of both our hearts while you carried none. You said you needed space, but what you really meant was escape. And I broke long before you realized your mistake. Before you made your stand, I tried to fix us quietly, hoping you would see, but you were busy loving the freedom from loving me. You say you didn't know, but heartbreak hardly hides. You just didn't want to face the hurt behind my eyes. You'll remember me someday, not as the girl you left behind, but as the one who loved you stronger than you ever dared to try. And maybe then you'll understand why I broke before you did, because I carried all the love you were too afraid to give. I broke before you did, but somehow I survived. And now you're the one who's haunted by the love you never tried. I broke then before you did, but somehow I survived. And now you're the one who's haunted by the love you never tried. The clouds have been following me like they know my name, pouring down reminders of the day everything changed. They say storms don't choose their victims, but this one feels personal somehow, like the sky remembers the moment you let me down. I heard the sun is shining brightly on your side of town today, that the world treats you kindly since you walked away. Funny how the weather mirrors what we refuse to feel. You get the light of healing, I get rain but the clouds chase every step, like they know the broken pieces of the promises you kept. I tell myself it's nothing, just weather, just the day. But rain becomes a mirror of everything you didn't say. Maybe someday you'll stand in the storm meant for me, and you'll finally understand what it feels like not to breathe. Until then, I'll keep walking through the downpour of your name, hoping one day the sunlight will forget you just the same. We laughed too loudly that night, like we could drown out the truth that our love was slipping quietly, like a ghost escaping youth. Your hand shook when you held me, but you said you were just cold. I knew the lie behind your voice, but I didn't want it told. We danced in the kitchen with the radio low, trying to keep alive a flame. We'd long stopped feeding, but couldn't let go. You looked at me with eyes full of memories we couldn't mend, and I realized said not long, and I kept lying to myself by singing our broken song. The sun rose too quickly, like it was eager to replace everything we failed to fix in the dark of your embrace. Some goodbyes shout, ours whispered low, a soft surrender in the shadows where broken lovers go. And even now I replay it, every second, every sigh. The night we held the ending and still tried to deny. Every morning I make 2 cups of coffee out of habit still, even though the second cup grows cold, waiting for a presence it can't fill. Your chair sits untouched, like it's waiting for your shape, a monument to memories I can't outrun or escape. The photos on the wall feel heavier than they ever did before. Your smile is a quiet echo that lingers behind the door. People tell me to move on, but they don't see what I see. Your seat isn't empty, it's holding the ghost of who we used to be. I still keep your seat empty, like love might circle back to me, like time might change its mind and bring you home eventually. But the truth sits across from me, quiet as the morning breeze. Your seat is empty because you chose to leave. Sometimes I force myself to sit where you once sat, just to feel the weight you left behind and try to make peace with that. But it never feels right. The room tilts, the world bends, like even the house knows you're not coming back again. Maybe one day I'll fill the space with stories of someone new. But right now the silence speaks in the language of losing you. I still keep your seat empty, like love might circle back to me, like time might change its mind and bring you home eventually. But the truth sits across from me, quiet as the morning breeze. Your seat is empty, because you chose to leave. I walk the same streets we used to roam, but they don't shine the way they did when your laughter lived in every stone. Your love was a lantern, a gentle warmth beside my feet. Now the nights stretch longer on every quiet, empty street. Your voice used to glow like sunrise inside the corners of my mind, but now it fades each day, like a star left too far behind. I search for fragments of you in the breeze that touches my skin, but all I find are shadows of where your light had once been. And there are shadows where your light used to be, rooms that still whisper your memory. I try to outrun the dark you left behind, but love has a way of rewinding time. If healing is a journey, I'm still learning how to see through the shadows where your light used to be. Sometimes I think I hear you in the quiet of the dawn, but it's only the echo of a life that keeps moving on. I wonder if you miss me in the spaces in between, the moments when the world is quiet, where only truth is seen. to be. Shadows where your light used to be, but maybe someday you'll finally see that losing you wasn't the end, just the place where I learned to find the light in me. I held your name like a fragile flame cupped inside my palms. Afraid the wind of time will steal you before the dawn. Every heartbeat whispered secrets only we could understand. But love is heavy when the truth no longer wants to land. You started slipping through my fingers long before you walked away. Your laughter turned to echoes, your promises turned gray. I tried to memorize the rhythm of the way you used to care. But memories fade like old perfume, lingering in the air. You looked at me with eyes that didn't match the words you spoke, and I held on harder even as the foundation won. I tried to say your name out loud like a spell that could rewind. But sometimes love falls quietly, leaving only silence behind. When your name fell out of my hands, it shattered like glass on the floor. Pieces of you scattered in places I don't go anymore. I tried to pick you up gently, but some things cut too deep to say. I learned that loving someone doesn't mean they're meant to stay. One day your name won't tremble when it brushes past my lips. It'll be just a memory I no longer have to grip. We wrote melodies in the glow of midnight windows, sang harmonies to the ceiling like confessionals to shadows. Your guitar strings whispered stories that didn't yet have ends, but we were too young to know how the heart breaks when it bends. There are lyrics on the table we never learned to sing, half-written promises tied to every broken string. You played a chord that sounded like the start of something real, but love is not a song unless both hearts can feel. You said we'd ride forever, ink our dreams into the sky, but forever is a fragile word for someone scared to try. The notebooks still remember every thought we left unsaid, pages filled with versions of a love that turned to lead. These are the songs we never finished, curses left in midair, melodies trapped in the pause between I love you and I'm scared. We could have written symphonies if you hadn't walked away. Now all that's left are faded notes of what we didn't stay. Some songs end quietly, not with silence, but with missing sound, like the ones we left unfinished when your heart stopped sticking around. These are the songs we never finished, classes left in midair, melodies trapped in the pause between I love you and I'm scared. We could have written symphonies if you hadn't walked away. Now all that's left are faded notes of what we didn't stay. Oh, oh, you didn't speak when you left, but the silence learned to talk. It follows me through doorways, trailing behind me when I walk. Your absence writes the script of days I try to erase, but every empty morning still carries your old face. People say time heals the wounds, but time repeats your name. Every clock ticks sounds like footsteps, walking backward through our shame. Your shadow sits beside me in the places you once stayed. And even though you're gone, your absence is louder every day. Your absence has a voice and it whispers in the dark, tells me stories of the love that never learned to spark. I try to drown the echoes, but they swim inside my chest. Your absence sings the songs you never confessed. Maybe one day silence will sound like peace again, but right now it sounds like losing my best friend.